Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed. Thumbs up for that. Devon looked down at the planet spinning below him, realizing the tangled web of life made the planet one being, one life, one soul. He was momentarily overcome with a sense of joy, which was quickly replaced by a sense of panic as he once again realized he was wearing no suit, his ship was only fragments of metal dispersing in a cloud around him, and he was going to die. It's good to be alive. Indeed, it is. I mean, metabolizing is fun. It is enjoyable. I enjoy it. And you should too. Thumbs up for that. Really quick, my one spider up above the window is still there, and she's still alive. So, if she was dead, she just wouldn't be in the middle of her web. She'd be gone. So, she's still alive up there, and so I've still got a spider, and that's good. The one back in the corner, who knows what happened to her? She just vanished. She could be dead, could be alive, could be traveled, could be, who knows? Who knows? Still though, life is life. Last night I did go walkies. Yay! Because it gets dark now so early because of daylight savings. Fall back. It hits about 4:30 in the afternoon, and then it starts getting dark outside. By the time it hits 5 p.m., it's dark. Just black. So that's joyous. And the reason I really bring that up, because that's the way life has always been. It gets into the winter and fall, and it gets darker sooner. That's the way it's been since forever. The reason I bring it up, though, is because the way my body has changed all my life, I've been a night owl. I have been the sort of person that I drag all day while the sun is up. And let's say I couldn't sleep really well the night before because I wanted to be, not I wanted to, but my body wanted to be awake, but it was nighttime, so I was having to sleep, but not sleeping well. But now it's daytime and I'm just dragging because I didn't sleep. So even with all that, when the sun goes down, I would get energized, and zing, I wasn't tired in the slightest. I was ready to go. I was awake now. But that was when it was time to go to sleep. So for most of my life, I've worked my adult life. And even when I was a teenager, I started working graveyard shift. Because that's when I was awake. And then during the Air Force years, occasionally when we'd have exercises, I'd have to do stuff where I would be awake all night. I never had an issue with that. When I became a nurse's aide and immediately started working graveyard shift, I'd be the person that was wide awake at 4 o'clock while everyone else is curled up and trying desperately either to stay awake or just taking a short nap. I'm wide awake. I wasn't working night shift because, I wanted to sleep, or because it was easier. I was working night shift because that's when I was awake. And now, well, first though, after all, I tried so hard to change for my wife because I went and switched to evening shift for her from night shift so that I could have time with her, because she worked day shift, I worked evening shift, and then I'd come home. So we had some time together, and that was good, a very good thing. But I tried desperately to change into a daytime schedule for her, and I couldn't do it. I did, but I'd be awake all night because my legs hurt and I wanted to make sure that she was safe. And now, a couple years after my wife's death, my body has changed so much. I get tired now when the sun goes down. And I'm awake when the sun's up. I still have periods where I get energized when the sun goes down. Every once in a while that gets me going. But largely now it gets dark outside, I get tired. And that is weird for me. That is unusual and strange. I'm not used to getting tired when it gets dark. I'm used to being wide awake and ready to do stuff. So that's been a fun and exciting change. Yay. Yeah, so... And the thing also, because of that change, now when it gets dark at 5 o'clock, suddenly I get really tired. I'll be doing okay all day, just fine. And then 5 o'clock, dark outside, I start getting sleepy. By the time it's 6 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. It's midnight. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired. I can barely keep my eyes open. And it's like, oh my God, I'm not used to this. I don't like it. I don't want to be this much of a slave to the sun cycle. Holy smokes. If I push through it, I'm usually okay. But even at that, even if I'm still able to stay awake, it's hard just to do things because my body is still in getting ready to go to bed mode from 6 o'clock on. So that's fun. But still, I mean, at least I wish I could sleep better. I can't go to sleep at 6 o'clock or I'll be up at midnight or before because I can only sleep about 4 hours before pain wakes me up. Thumbs up for that. Also, I keep noticing during my marriage with my wife, and it's not a big thing, and I don't even know how well it shows up. I can hear it, but then I've got bone conduction, and I've got, I'm made out of 70 some odd % water, and water travels quickly and differently through water than it does through the air, so my voice sounds different to me than it does to everybody else. But I can hear how I have almost completely abandoned now what I used to do for my wife. Because I've got a fairly deep voice, and that's hard to hear. Lower registers are just more difficult to hear for most people. And especially with my wife, because she had Hodgkin's lymphoma when she was a teenager and had chemo and massive radiation treatment at the time, it did a lot of damage to her body. One of the things was it damaged her ears, her hearing. She could not hear low tones very well. So what I did is I pushed my voice upward by holding my chest a little bit tighter and talking up here and out of my throat, bumping my voice up a register so that she could hear me clearer. And when I did that, she could hear me just fine. She had no issues with hearing me when I bumped my voice up a register and I started talking more up here than down here. But she's been gone for like almost 6 years now. And I've just discovered that of late, because for 5-6 years I've still been keeping my voice bumped up that register so that people could hear me better, just as a courtesy to others. But now I'm just finding that I'm relaxing that more and more often, so that I'm actually talking more now in my real voice than in my make sure people can hear me voice. And again, I don't know how well that shows up on video, because as stated, bone conduction and, traveling through water. But even though my voice is a little bit more, got a burr and an edge to it, because, I use cannabis products, and it does damage there. So I've got that bit of a burr to my voice right now, but I'm speaking more and more often in just my regular speaking voice, and not actually trying to bump it up a register. So yeah, that's a change, and I don't know really how I feel about it, because on the one hand, yeah, it is nicer, it's better, people can hear me better. especially, you know, person to person, face to face, if they have any sort of difficulty hearing lower register tones, then my bumping my voice up that register, like I used to do for over a decade, is a good thing. But on the other hand, if my body's just tired of doing it and doesn't want to do it, then why? So, you're hearing me talk, even if there's not a change that's really visible over webcam and microphone and all that. I have been speaking more and more in my normal speaking voice, which still now, even though I've been slowly doing this more and more over time, it still sounds weird to me to talk in my normal voice because I'm just not used to doing that after being married to my wife for 12 years. And at least 10 of those, I had my voice bumped up so that my wife could hear me better. And it's been good 3-4 years of doing videos where I kept my voice up in the higher register. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep it, because I have to really think about it now to push my voice up into the higher register. But we shall see. I did go walkies last night, and that was a good thing. It had been raining on and off all day, and the ground was wet outside, so I grabbed my travel umbrella. And of course, because I took my umbrella with me, it was clear. Just stars in the sky. There were still some clouds, but it was largely clear. And it was cold, but I just wore my plaid shirt/jacket thing, which is just a long sleeve plaid shirt. And that works really well as a coat. Because ever since I've been, even though I'm freezing all the frickin' time, I mean, your brain stem, which controls your body's temperature, once you get to a certain weight, it never resets. It always works on the fact that you should be at that weight you used to be at your highest, but you're not, so something's wrong. And that's rough. So if you lose weight, you're always freezing. I'm always freezing. Even if I'm sweating, I usually feel cold. Except when I'm exercising. So when I go out into the chill and I'm just wearing my plaid shirt thing, yeah, all that walking, I gotta roll it up after a time. I gotta make sure it's open or I'm gonna be burning up. So thumbs up for that. But I did go walkies and that was good. One of the things I'm concerned about, and that now I find that after all that talking, I've bumped my voice back up into the higher register to talk. So I guess my body is not ready to give it up yet. But let's see if I can remember what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, I am not sure, because last night I was working on story ideas while walking. I am not sure if my Abraham Lincoln's and John Wilkes Booth story is a one-note story, or if it's something that can be stretched out as an idea to fruition through more stories. As you know, there are stories, ideas, jokes that they're good for, hey, here's the punchline. And then as amusing as that might be, it's really not worth exploring anymore. It's not going to be any funnier, and in fact, the more you explore it, the less funny it gets. So I'm not sure if the bootleg Abraham Lincolns and the Pliny the Elders that roam the surface of planets and all that, etc., is me trying to take a one-note joke and stretch it out, which ruins it, or if it's something that can be mined and spread out comfortably over several pieces of bread, making a delicious meal rather than just a one flavor snack. I don't want to work on it if I'm just going to be ruining it. But right now I am so close to it that I am the forest and the trees. So I can't tell at this moment if it's a one-note story or something that can be mined. They both feel equally valid right now. That it's just one note, and if I try to do anything more with it, it's going to ruin everything. and that it is a rich vein that can be mined for a time. They both feel equally valid to me, and I don't know which one is right or wrong. Thumbs up for that. Because I don't want to ruin it. And there's so many writers and authors and stuff that they get an idea and then they just dig into it and they mine it for all it's worth. And sure, for the fans, it's really good, but for everyone else, they're just going, no, thank you, but no. So, I'll still be working on everything and such, so it's not like if I can't do that one story, I'm dead in the water. So I don't know what the heck that gesture is, but still, it's an interesting one. So I guess my body just likes to do it. So I'm going to be doing stories anyway, and I still want to do fiction podcast type things. So one day I'm going to get that done, I promise. Thumbs up for that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. And I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact is, you took the time, you expended the calories, you left me a comment. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce their username, I had to remember what I was going to say. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my brain damage from my alcoholism, my depression, my fibromyalgia, my cannabis use, my memory is not as good as it should be. It's getting better, but I'm going to hit a functional limit one day. But it's 1,000% better than it used to be, and it's still getting better, so thumbs up for that. Let me call up my Chrome. Danya Sneed, thumbs up and thank you very much. Jaden Horn, thumbs up and thank you. Louis Medina, greatly appreciated. No more pineapple pizza. Oh, I love pineapple on pizza. I'm one of those. Gabe Duran, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. Generic username 420, thumbs up. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Damien THC, greatly appreciated. Preacher Music Man, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. 97, thumbs up and thank you. Robert Wheeler, greatly appreciated. Zombo, I am so sorry about your dog, but thumbs up, and here's hoping things get better soon. Sakai-sen, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. No hard feelings, KNOW. Not no hard feelings, but no hard feelings. Thumbs up and thank you. Lord Twigs, greatly appreciated. Dylan Cook, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. Then we have James Bullock, greatly appreciated. Lord Mongo, thumbs up and thank you. Little Yeetus, greatly appreciated. Tall Dude 123, always good to see you in the comments. Elias, thumbs up and thank you. And Creeper Bell 228, thumbs up and thank you. Each of you, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. I mean, I literally have no friends. I don't know anybody. I don't even know where my children are or my in-laws at the moment. I don't have any friends, so thank you all so very, very much. I am alone, but not isolated. I am separate, but not lonely. And if you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. If you wanted to support me but didn't want to send me money through GoFundMe or Patreon.com, I do have a PayPal link down below. That would be cool if you can check that out. And I have an Amazon wish list where I have things like cat food. Ooh, excuse me. hamster food and silly things, non-silly things. Now, don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. But if you could check that out, that would be cool. Thank you very, very much. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, Shuckle my duckle, I have this video. I think I have another video to edit and render, and then of course a video that I need to record, then edit and render. So I got a lot of stuff to do. I still have phone calls to make, so hopefully I'm going to get those done. And hey, what do you say? Definitely a thumbs up. Do I have an intro? You know before I do. Thumbs up for that. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And that is a very good thing.